Rape is not a woman thing. It does not only occur to women. It's a human thing. Okay? It occurs everywhere, even in the most God-fearing countries in the world. It happens to everyone too. It happens to women, children, and yes, even men. It's one of the most heinous acts a human being can commit against another, because it forces someone to do something against their will, and it just scars them. It scars them mentally and physically. Okay? These poor people are so scarred that they cannot trust anyone anymore. They cannot live their life, and their life just stops progressing. Things like this should just not happen. Okay? Especially if the victim's a child. Okay? Children are pure, innocent, and naive. They believe in Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, and the Tooth Fairy. Okay? They're so trustworthy. And doing something like this, it just kills that ideal of them. And just kills their naivety. And it's just wrong. It should not happen. Okay? Let me tell you a story about Jean Gallagher. She was a 19-year-old college sophomore at St. Raymond's University. Now, at the time, St. Raymond's basketball team was doing really well. They were winning a lot of games, and they were heading for championships. Okay, so they were bringing in a lot of sponsors, and a lot of rich alumni were donating to the school, and the school was happy, and they wanted to keep the basketball team happy. So they gave the basketball team whatever they wanted. The basketball team got their own cars, they got apartments, they got whatever they wanted. Well, Jean Gallagher was also a cheerleader, and she was there on a scholarship. And one day after the game, I guess, a basketball player sees her, and I guess he wants her. So he goes to the school and asks them for Jean Gallagher. And I guess the school had no ethical problem with this, but they told Jean Gallagher that if she did not walk the player home every day, that they would revoke her scholarship. And well, walking someone home doesn't seem that bad, right? It's not like a crime, I guess. It's not that bad. She decided to do it. But on the way home, the basketball player threw himself on her. He started groping her and kissing her against her own will, and she did not like it. And she struggled. And I'm sorry to say this, ladies, but men can usually overpower women. And I'm not trying to say something bad about you, but it's kind of true. And she struggled, okay? And in the struggle, she got overpowered and she was shoved. And she hit her head against an obtruding brick, and she died on impact. Okay, things like this should not happen. Just because of someone else's greediness and sin that she had to lose her life. Now, if you're the kind of person who you don't care about stories, and you need hard facts and numbers, and you think that this is just one story and that it doesn't really happen, well, look at these. Okay? 17.7 American women are sexually abused. Now, I say sexual abuse just because I feel like saying raped all the time is not really a good thing. Okay, and that's 1 out of 6 American women who are sexually abused. Okay, and this may surprise you, but 1 out of 33 men are also sexually abused, and 1,000 children per year are sexually abused. Now, that's ridiculous. Things like this shouldn't be happening in the first place. But what's even worse is that 97% of rapes, they're not even, the rapist won't even spend a single day in jail. Okay, 54% of rapes don't even get reported. Okay, 2/3 of rapists are known to the victim. And 50% of rapes occur a mile away from the victim's home. And half of those occur in the victim's home. Okay, this is ridiculous. Someone's home in their own hometown, that's where people feel safest. Okay, they should not be worrying about being attacked or being raped. Okay, things like that is just not, it's just against humanity. Okay, and like I said before, rape victims can't live normal lives. Okay, they are 3 times more likely to suffer depression. They are 13 more times likely to abuse alcohol, which can lead to death. And they are 26 times more likely to abuse drugs, which can also lead to death. And they are 4 times more likely to commit suicide. Now, that's dumb, and this should just not happen. Committing suicide, okay, you're ending your life just because of someone else's greed. And it's because of things like this, I want to do something about it. Now, to do that, I need to start an organization, and I am starting an organization. And to do that, we need donations and time. This will be a non-profit organization, and the whole point of this will be to help teach women and children and men self-defense skills. Because if Jean Gallagher had self-defense, if she knew those skills that day, she probably would be alive right now, because she would have been able to defend herself. Okay, and now, so we will have volunteers, and they will be trained in self-defense because they're already good at it, and they will teach once a week. And to do that, we need to start like a studio or a place where we can teach. And to do that, we need money. So you can help in two ways. You can make donations, or you can spread the word. Because if you don't have the money, you can still spread it around, and maybe someone else who has money will hear about it and will help us out. Okay. Now you may say, why would I want to put my money into an organization that doesn't even exist yet? And that's a reasonable idea, thought. But this is not something that just came to my head in the morning, or it's just we're basing this off of another organization. It's called Aware, and it's based in New Jersey, but it's only for women. And as you know, New Jersey is not close to California at all. Okay, and the already existing ones in California, they're not that good. So I want to bring Aware's ideals and like what they've done, like the good things they've done there, and bring it here. So it's not like just a brand new idea that came out of nowhere. So we will teach children and men and women the self-defense skills they need. Now you may think, well, why children? I mean, children are easily overpowered. Well, yeah, that's true. But we want to prevent rape as much as possible. And that doesn't mean only teaching self-defense skills. We will also teach the kids how to stay away from dangers, telltale signs of if someone's going to attack you, or, not to get into vans, just enlighten people. We will go to schools and we will enlighten children, and we'll just show them how to be safe. Okay, so to do all of this, any of this, we need help, because we need to breathe life into this. So we need donations, and it will help a lot if you donate. Because I know that if I knew that my mom, my sister, or my aunt were safe because they were armed with self-defense skills, I would feel a lot better. And I know you guys will feel a lot better too. I mean, who wouldn't, right? So I hope you decide to help us out, and I hope you think that doing something for this organization will be good. So thank you.